What is human? An ability to reason, to imagine, to love or grieve.
And who is standing here?
Who am I?
Who am I?
Do you mean who I love?
Who I love? Do you mean where I'm from?
I was taught there's something wrong with someone like me.
If so, we are more human than any human ever will be.
But I'm not just a me, I'm also a we.
Guys, welcome back to Brazil.
Thank you.
How feel it? It's like third time already?
My fourth.
Fourth time?
Fourth. Mine too.
What do you think that makes Brazil love Sense8 so much?
That's good. I was talking with people yesterday by the street, and they told me because we are the most open-minded country in the world, and maybe it's that like they were ready. I mean, they really embraced the openness. I think of Sense8.
Really,
That's
because
that's what they told me. I did. Yeah.
what I heard.
That's what they
No, I heard the complete opposite. I heard that there's a lot of that they feel very marginalized and that they're not allowed to be themselves and they're not appreciated for just being open about who they are, and that's why they find this outlet when they watch Sense8, and that tells them it's okay to be who they are, and that's why they've latched on so strong. So it's the complete.
I think it's kind of both.
Right.
Because, I mean, right now we're having like everything going on at the same time. So we have like, at the same time we have the Pride going on, we have like the Jesus
parade and Pride parade
going on. So it's like, there's tension right now,
Yeah.
you know? So we're trying to put ourselves out there and say our word to the world. But at the same time we have people saying, shh, don't.
Yeah, I find that very surprising because I find Brazilians to be really happy, vibrant, passionate, alive people. And then to hear this problem is very confusing because I'm like, but that doesn't match with the general vibe of the country.
There's a little of hypocrisy. Hypocrisy?
Yeah.
Hypocrisy
Yes.
at the moment. But we're proud.
And at the same time, you have the biggest pride, I think, in the world. So, but then if you have such a big, then how is it's confusing.
It's confusing.
Yeah.
We got to experience that.
Yeah.
The power of your LGBT parade. We got to film that. Like we were so lucky
Yes,
that we got to film
last season,
live.
Last
season.
2 years ago.
How was it?
Well, it was amazing. I don't know if I'm gonna live something like that. By far is the best experience I've ever had. Lana wrote some beautiful speech. When I saw it, I was very surprised by the beauty of her words. And she told me, and you know what, Miguel, you're gonna do it live in front of a real parade in São Paulo. And I was like, what do you mean? She said, I'm gonna hide the cameras.
What does that mean?
What I just said.
It was so nice to feel the passion and the love of the Brazilian fans, because I remember I had a strategy, like I was practicing the lines in my house, learning the lines, and I had kind of like a sort of like the tempo, how it was gonna be. And then like when they said action and I saw that the people, they were reacting as I was Lito for real, everything changed.
Yeah.
And it was beautiful, a beautiful experience. And they, like we repeated many times and they were like, oh no.
Every single time.
Pushing and pushing. So they are very present in that episode.
So how it feels like to get to the end? I mean, you're like, sorry, you're sad, you're like, okay, it's done. I'm proud of everything.
Super proud. I mean, it's very, very, very proud. I mean, it's sad that it had to end, before we thought that it was going to, but I think that, did you see the finale already?
Not right.
Not yet.
You see it today?
Okay.
Yeah, I think everyone's gonna be really happy with the way that it's wrapped up. It's pretty dope.
Yeah, and when we got the first notice that the show was canceled, everybody was like, what? What's going on? Why do you think that happened?
Numbers.
Yeah, numbers.
Bottom
it's
line.
an expensive show, and it's a really expensive show, and you need the kind of numbers to justify that kind of expense. I think.
Yeah.
Just we don't know what those numbers were, but the important thing is that I think Netflix as a company was sensitive enough to see that this, while the quantity of number wasn't there,
The quality.
the quality of deeply felt connection to the show meant something. And there's not a lot of entertainment conglomerates out there that would take that viewpoint and spend a lot more money, because this was an expensive finale to make.
And truly, I mean, to your point, I think the having that pool of quality fans, I think it reaps dividends in the end, because when you have people who are so enamored with it, they tell 5 people, and then you know, it might not, whatever the population is now, in like 5-10 years, it could continue to grow because of that, you know, the fervor that they have for the show.
It was very surprising to feel like how the fans, they were pushing for a finale.
Yes.
And so that was the first beautiful surprise that we got, which is a lot of people standing out, because you never know about the numbers, you know, but we got to see on social media a lot of people pushing for a comeback for Sense8.
I mean, how many people signed that?
I don't know
signed
exactly.
Wasn't it like 500,000 signatures?
I think it was more.
Like, yeah.
It was a proper
Let's say 1
movement.
million. Let's say a cool
And there have been whole shows.
Let's say
I would
it
say
was
5
like
million.
20 million.
5 million.
I did not think I would survive prison. The truth is, we did.
Wolfgang needs us. We know BPO is going to do everything they can to stop us.
Someone tell me just what in the hell is going on here?
This is war.
But
And are you happy with the ending? How your characters...
I would have preferred to have a little more time.
Me as well.
I think that, you know, there was some, honestly, I mean, you know, there was a lot of stuff I think that Lana still had to say and to do. I think there's a lot of stuff that I would have loved to see Will deal with and go through and navigate, and you just can't do that in 2.5 hours when you have like 24 major speaking roles, all who have stories that need to have, you know, some kind of punctuation put on them.
Yeah. And things were definitely going, and you know, amid the.
I still think you will end with a feeling of euphoria, even though it's 2.5 hours, and even though, you know, there are many things that could still be done for another, you know, 50 hours. I think what they managed to do in those 2.5 hours will actually leave you content and
satisfied.
Yeah.
It's pretty great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do fans can expect from the ending of your character?
What can they expect? Such a heavy word. Well, it's satisfaction. I was satisfied when I read the script. I was like, okay, that's what I wanted for them, for this relationship. I mean, it only makes perfect sense for this one thing to happen, and it does. Maybe now you know.
Got it.
Yeah.
Got it.
And it's big, and it's over the top, and it's special, and it's beautiful, and there's fireworks.
Oh.
Literal fireworks.
Really? And I mean, the finale has a lot of people being together. I've heard together a lot of times during the promos and stuff. How you actually shoot everything together with the whole cast at the same time. How was it? I mean, it must feel like a family for some time. And now everyone is doing their own thing, is like living or no?
Kind of hard. I mean, because we were dealing with a lot of different schedules, actually. The way that we made this was, it got made, we had a very small window of time in which we could make this. And during that window of time, I mean, Pancho was filming something.
I was working too.
Yeah, and you know, so we had to pull a lot of like film magic to make it look like everybody was there, but a lot of the times, you know, I mean, you're going to be seeing scenes and it.
That could be a fun game for all the people at home.
Take
like,
a drink.
take a shot every time you can see a stand-in or a body double for someone.
I don't know.
I don't think this person was there.
That booty doesn't look like that.
But it was a miracle that this thing got made, and there were days where, you know, we thought someone was going to be able to be there, and then like literally the morning, like, you know, we're all about to block a scene, and then a phone call comes up, sorry, can't have them, and Lana had to figure out a way to film it, stage it, and Lana is, for me, hands down a genius, because the way that she got this thing done is You wouldn't believe.
Okay, guys, thank you so much for coming back to Brazil. Brazil loves Sense8. I hope you have a great time here. Enjoy the parade. Yeah. Enjoy the people. Yeah. And I'll see you around.
Yeah, please.
And I'm willing that Sense8 will come back at some point.
Maybe, you know, who knows? Maybe, like, 10 years from now, there would be we'll all get a phone call.
Hey, guys.
You know, like, do you want to do a,
I mean, there's a lot of reboots happening. And I think that some shows that we just want to know what happened, like, 10 years from now.
Or like an hour. Would you like a little hour special? A Christmas special.
Christmas.
20 countries, more for 1 hour.
Easter.
That's good.
An Easter
like
special.
Yeah. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Ciao, Netflix, Sense8.
Ciao, ciao.
Acabou.
Acabou.
It's over.
Even after everything we've been through, would any of us go back to the world we're used to?